Hey there, everybody. This is Julie Alexander, and I am greeting you from a lovely spot in Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm up here with my kids this week for their band camp. And so my sessions with you will be from here. So to share a little bit with you about the whole idea of attention. And when you're in a lovely spot like this, it's easy to imagine being more mindful, more relaxed, being more focused because there's not as much competing for our attention. But the reality is we always have things competing for our attention because we have busy thoughts going on in our head all the time. And it's what a lot of folks who train in meditation call monkey mind. And that's that little voice that's constantly going on in your head that's kind of jumping around all over the place. And here's a thought and there's a thought, and you're constantly assessing and evaluating and commenting. There's this internal dialogue constantly going on that distracts you. So it's great to be able to start to pay attention to that. And the reason why is because when you can start to notice where your attention goes, you can refocus it. You can focus on what matters to you. You can train it to go where you want so that if it's going in a direction that's not productive, you can redirect it in a direction that is productive. And this is not to say that you should judge your thoughts or resist your thoughts, but just go, oh, there's that again. Okay, I was intending to focus my attention here. So, learning to attend, learning to focus our attention is kind of like training a puppy. A puppy, you want to train it to sit, and you say, sit, and then it gets up and it wanders off, and then you bring it back and you say, sit, and then it wanders off and you do that again. So for those of you who have trained in mindfulness meditation or any kind of meditation, you may have heard that explanation before. But it's important for several reasons. So first of all, that whole idea of just training our attention and allowing ourselves to settle in and center is an important way to relax and to find and to listen to ourselves. So from a matter of self-care and relaxation and activating that mind-body response, that's really powerful because it activates the rest and digest part of our bodies. The other thing it does is that as you learn to train your brain, you're actually creating new pathways in your brain. And what we've learned is this whole concept called neuroplasticity, which means that your brain is not fixed like we once thought. I mean, when I first got out of nursing school, we were taught that your brain was fixed after about age 3 and that it didn't really change that much. But now we know that it's constantly changing in response to our environment and in our internal habits as well. So the good news about that is that we can train it to be stronger and more resilient. The bad news is that if we don't pay attention, it can get into bad habits too, or unhealthy habits, let's say, that maybe don't serve our best interest. So a very, very simple way to train your attention is to choose to focus on something and then notice what comes up. So in mindfulness meditation, one of the first exercises we learn is breath awareness. And you could close your eyes, you can do it sitting, you can do it with your eyes open and awake, but you don't have to do it for long. But if you just start to notice your breath going in and out of your body, notice how it feels as it travels in and out. Notice whether it's going, whether you feel it in your nose or in the back of your throat, whether you notice your lungs expanding or your chest muscles stretching or maybe your abdominal muscles moving. Notice all the sensations that go with it and just follow it all the way in and all the way out. Just following it with your attention. And as you do that, your attention will wander. Without a doubt, it does that. That's what our minds do. And when you notice that it has wandered, you go, oh, I'm going to bring it back to the breath. And you just keep coming back. And you don't make yourself wrong or get frustrated that it didn't stay on the breath, but you just go, there it went. And it's the awareness of bringing it back that trains that pathway and strengthens that ability to do that in the first place. So I want to tell you another reason why that's really important. When you start to train your attention, you start to train your ability also to be a more powerful noticer of life, for lack of a better word. And when you can notice life, when you can notice your experience, in a mindful way, without judging, without resisting, but just noticing it, you can start to make connections. Like, oh, I notice that when I have this thought, I have this feeling, and I feel an urge to do this behavior. And then you can start to notice what kinds of thoughts and behaviors go with maybe healthy or unhealthy or less healthy attitudes that you have, or habits that you have. I mean, really, attitudes and thoughts are just mental habits, and we can all get in unhealthy mental habits. And so this is a way to start to be able to retrain that. So I just invite you to practice training your attention, and breath awareness is a great place to start. If you go to Mindful Awareness Resource Center at UCLA, that's MARC, M-A-R-C. If you just Google that, you can find some online training of how to do that, or a guided exercise to give you an experience of that. I also have some on my website, but there's lots of resources, and if you want to delve more deeply, there's lots of mindfulness awareness, stress-based, mindfulness-based stress reduction, classes that are available either online and sometimes in university settings. Those are powerful ways to deepen that experience. But anyone can do this. We all have those moments when we're noticing powerfully. So I just invite you to train your attention so that you can live more intentionally. Attention and intention are intricately linked. So that is your Savvy Self-Care tip for today. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'm looking forward to a beautiful week here and look forward to sharing more with you as we go. Take care. Bye-bye.